Hey guys, this is Gabbie.
This is Liam.
Welcome to Life is Not a Real. So
We're
today
back.
we have a special guest. Liam, do you want to introduce our special guest for this episode?
Yes, I guess. Thanks for putting on the spot. But no, this man, I'd known him for a while through social media, through events, but we really got close when we went to Seoul Fashion Week together. And we just had a 3-day bonding experience because we were alone together. But no, please welcome to the pod, Jason D.
Hey. Do we have a fandom name yet?
No.
What do we call the friends of the pod?
Let's just
Friends
talk.
of the Pod is actually cute.
Just friends of the pod.
Friends of the
Hello,
pod.
friends of the pod.
It's like friends of the.
Exactly.
Friends of the house.
Friends of the house.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Hello, friends of the pod. I'm Jason D. Thank you so much for having me.
No,
Thanks
thank you for
coming. Yeah, thanks for gracing
No, we
us
know
with your presence.
presents. We know
No,
you're
thank
really
you.
busy,
No, thank you.
so we wanted.
Wait,
to
can I
make
hear
sure we
more
schedule
about
time.
your little soul fun
Adventure.
trip?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That sounds so much fun. I'm like jealous.
So we were doing Seoul Fashion Week.
Yeah.
So we walked for this amazing brand Kandama.
Yes.
Is that-
Shout out
With-
Kandama.
I saw the
That's how you
pics.
say
It
it,
looked
yeah.
so
Mhm.
good, by the way.
And so I walked, and Jason actually performed. And
Yeah,
that
I
was
sang.
You did?
I performed while Liam was walking, so it was
So-
very.
That's
yeah,
so Victoria's
it's very that. It's
Secret
very Victoria's
coded.
Secret, actually. Yeah.
no, very like
Mhm.
catchy on a gray neon.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Actually, I
No, that
sang
was
Miss
a s-
Independent. That was the
that was
actual
a
song that I
song you
did.
sang.
Miss Independent.
No,
yeah.
I that wasn't the song I used for my reel, but he sang Miss Independent.
Yeah.
So I
we
really
just swapped
felt
out the
like
audio.
it
That's
is my
so
Miss
funny. I'm
Universe.
dying. It was your moment, Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we had the best 3 times. Like we only worked for one day, and so the
Mhm.
2 other days
It was just fun.
he watched me eat
Yeah.
everything.
Every-
Where did you
everything.
go?
The entire of Korea.
The
We went
entire-
to entire Korea.
I ate.
Ate
through
entire
Korea.
Mm-hmm.
They were shook
Yeah.
because I was like, you know what? I'm on vacation,
Mm-hmm.
and the first time I went, we just like somehow like never ate like, when we went.
Because I'm an OMAD
Yeah.
person. I will eat one
I
meal a
was
day.
following Gabbie's diet, and we never ate. And I came back like 10
I'm
pounds.
So you
sorry.
lighter.
overcompensated and ate
Yeah.
everything.
But also, you were on a diet. I remember you were on a diet for the longest time for your Seoul Fashion Week show. You were like, I
Yeah.
don't want to eat. I don't want
So
to drink.
after my
You're
show,
preparing.
You were ready to like
I ate.
have it all.
We're like, F that.
But
I'm
we
going
just-
to eat everything.
we just had the best time, and we spent
Mhm.
time with your mom as well, who's the
Yeah.
sweetest.
Mhm.
That's so
And
cute.
yeah, I finally got to see you perform because I see
Mhm.
all of your like. I don't think you post enough of your work. I just see all your
Mhm.
fashion,
Yeah.
all your OTDs. So it is nice seeing
Mhm.
what I guess
Oh,
what you're actually
perform.
how you
Yeah.
actually perform, and it was so
Mhm.
fun to sort of see you on
Yeah.
that stage. But I think I want to start out with like, how did you really start?
Mhm.
Like, what was your big break? How did you get into music?
Mhm.
Because I think a lot of Gabbie and I's friends are more in the fashion
Mhm.
content creator
Yeah.
side. So I think it's
Ooh.
interesting. I think a lot of our friends of the pod
Friends of the pod.
we just coined that term now.
Are
I mean, you
also-
coined that term.
Yeah,
Yeah.
friends of the
are
pod.
also
Like-
very interested. Like, how did you start out? Because I think in the first episode we actually
Mhm.
talked about like how do you become a content creator?
Yeah.
Right. So how did you become
Jason,
Jason
D.
D?
How did I become myself? I don't know.
was
Where do I
born,
start?
And that's how it started.
How much time do we have? Well, I mean, ever since I've always been doing music ever since I was young, and I've always been singing, performing, but I only got to do it professionally after The Voice. I was on The Voice of the Philippines, but before that, I was a college student here in Manila. I studied musical theater. I was a music student here in Manila.
Everything I did not do. My mom, every time I sing in the shower,
Yeah.
she's like, "Thank God that's not your career choice." 'cause
you're gonna be
obviously-
modeling.
Yeah, it's like we gave you that face. Now
Use it.
stop singing.
But yeah, before I actually did it professionally, I did like side hustles. I was a demo singer. To everyone listening, so it's like songwriters and composers would ask me to record their songs before they send it to the actual singers.
Right.
And
Like
so,
Baby Rexa.
Yeah,
exactly. Like
you're the
Rexa.
Baby
I'm the
Rexa
Baby
of the
Rexa of the
Philippines.
Philippines. Mhm. But yeah, I did that for
At
a
least
while.
you have a lot more credit.
Yeah, I did that for a while. I also did. I was a kind of like a singing telegram kind of singer. There's a
Singing Telegram.
Singing
How does
Telegram.
that work?
There was a I think they're still active. There's a online serenade service called harana.ph. I saw a feature on them on TV and I was like, oh, that's a cool kind of like a concept because they're like bringing back the tradition
Mhm.
of harana. So
Yeah.
I was like, I should audition for that, and I got in. So I did that for a while. So basically, we would do like people would hire us to go to events and serenade people, basically. So I did like a lot of weddings
Yeah.
and a lot of
That's kinda
proposals.
cute.
Yeah, it was really
At
fun.
least
Actually,
everything was centered around music.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all
So
my side hustles are super off-brand that I just don't post about because it's like content.
But yeah,
it's
that's
like
like-
you never know when you.
Yeah, that's so interesting that like you've always been like so
Mhm.
obsessed with music, it seems.
oh yeah.
How did like joining The Voice, like how
Mhm.
did that come about?
I think at that time, like early 10s to like 2010s, the main thing to really break into the industry was still like joining reality singing
Right.
competitions.
Yeah.
Like before that, it was sending demos or like
Mhm.
people like A&Rs discovering you and stuff like that. But at my time, back in my day,
We're
back in
not
my
going to
day,
reveal your age.
pre TikTok, pre like YouTube, stuff like that. Yeah, it was a lot of reality singing competitions, and I did a lot of auditions for shows like that. And yeah, I never really got into them in the first place. Like the first ones that I did audition, I never got into them. So I did probably like 8 or 9 auditions before I got into the Voice.
Wow.
Like the second,
That's crazy.
the Voice is
Wait, 8 or 9 editions
Oh.
just for The Voice?
no
Or,
for,
like,
for different
every-
shows.
like a
Yeah,
lot of
because what
shows?
people don't realize, they think that when they see you on TV, like that's it.
Or like you just audition for this like once
Yeah,
and you get it.
Exactly. It's like a lot of like pre-screenings and prejudgments, and like before you go to the actual, before they pick you to be on TV, you have to do this and you have to take
Okay.
VTRs and you have to.
Yeah.
So I went through it, and then I finally got to the second season of The Voice, which I didn't think that I would actually get in because they never called me. They didn't call me for like 3 months. So
I feel like that's what always happens.
3 or 4
It's
months.
like,
Yeah.
It's crazy, this industry, because you're always
Mhm.
waiting
Yeah.
for other people to give you opportunities.
No. Yeah. Exactly.
And like, if something happens, they might just call you randomly or never call you. No one's ever going to give you no. They're
Nothing is,
just
like,
not
for
going to
certain.
message you.
Yeah, nothing's
Yeah.
for certain. You just have
You know?
to wait.
No, really. I thought that I wasn't gonna get in. I gave myself like an ultimatum because like it was kind of like getting hard already. Like all the rejections, like me not getting into this. I was kind of like
And, like,
questioning myself, like if
You
that's,
know you're talented. So it's like, what's
No, exactly.
happening?
Yeah,
Why not
that's
have that
true.
factor?
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't even tell you what.
what they're looking for. No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So
Well,
when
we're all in sync.
twins,
Every
Jinx.
time
Yeah.
we have a guest, I'm always like, you should be our third co-host.
Mhm.
Look at
Like,
this
everyone's
energy,
like,
guys.
We're like literally always choosing
Already,
the right
yeah.
guests.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, but yeah, I gave myself an ultimatum like for the second season of The Voice. If I still don't get in, I'm gonna go back to school because I took a year or 2 off of school to like try out like
But you
auditioning
really
and stuff.
have to if you
Yeah,
really
no,
want to
really.
make it.
If you want to take it seriously,
Wait, side note, what did you take up?
musical
Oh,
theater.
music,
Yeah,
okay.
I took a
So
piece.
it was going to be
Still
music.
music,
either
yeah.
way.
I mean,
Okay, yeah,
one way or
still like
another,
a
I was still gonna
music
make music. Yeah.
Related things
Mhm.
still.
But yeah, so I said to myself, if I still don't get into the second season, I'm gonna go back to school. So yeah, 3 months came by, 4 months came by. They didn't call me, so I went back to school. The day that I like enrolled and like paid my tuition, that's the day they called me.
Wow.
That's the time they
I
called
think
me.
they waited.
yeah.
I think they
So
waited.
funny. I'm
So the-
sorry, but that's like the funniest
Exactly. Like the
thing
universe just
ever.
really wanted to like f with me.
They're like
Yeah.
checking your
Yeah.
status online. Like, oh, he finally enrolled.
Let's
Let
just,
me
you
enroll.
know.
Let me throw in a curveball.
Yeah, exactly.
The Voice.
But
Maybe
yeah,
that was your little like storyline that they
Yeah.
needed.
no, really.
Student.
Because like while my thing was airing, I was going to school, and people were like my classmates were starting to notice. Like,
That's so cool.
Did I just see
We're, like,
you
voting
last
for
night?
you?
well, I told them to vote for
Of
me.
course.
So. But no, yeah, that's where it started, and then just like it like snowballed from there.
That's so
So,
amazing.
You ended up winning, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
How was the voice experience? I'm so curious because
Yeah.
like Liam and I love reality
Yeah,
shows.
wait,
Oh,
who
yeah?
was your who was not your judge?
I
Your
was
coach?
under Sarah Geronimo. I was under
Oh,
Coach Sarah.
icon.
Yeah, icon.
I
Popstar
love-
royalty,
I
Sarah
love what's
Geronimo.
her song? Tala.
He loves Tala.
Tala.
Okay, Liam super loves Tala. Like one time we were in my car and like Liam was still playing Tala. Like just recently, and I was like, Liam, this is such an outdated.
No, it's not.
song
It's
choice."
not outdated. I
You think
friggin'
That's a
outdated?
classic.
I listened to it in the
You
shower.
know what's trending
every
right now?
day.
She has a song trending right now. On
Yeah,
TikTok.
it's her cover of Maybe This
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
and people are dancing to it. Like it's so
Like
funny.
it's a ballad,
I-
but people do.
Yeah, like
the-
I
crazy
still
dances.
listen to Tala. That's
Mhm.
still my. Like,
yeah.
It's his jam.
Mhm.
it
So-
really is. People don't believe.
No,
People
like
think I'm not Pinoy at all,
Mhm.
which okay, I'm not. But I love
Sarah has
Tala.
bops. Let me tell you,
She
Sarah's
really does.
discography is like wild. That's why I wanted to also work with her because
Do you wanna-
Sarah G. Sarah.
Do you
Sarah
hear
Geronimo,
this?
I
Do you
love
want to be on the pod?
Sarah G. Yeah, come on. Be a friend of the pod and come on live. It's not real. So
We're gonna
wait, what was
clip
What was
that
I?
and just DM her that
yeah.
part of being like, please.
Watch
come
out for
on.
the Sarah G crossover episode. Yeah. So what was
She's
my
like, who are these people?
Your
the voice experience? Honestly, it was very stressful. I'm not gonna lie. At first it was because like I had a lot of
Was
anxieties
it your
going
first
into
time
it.
being on like TV?
Mhm,
And
mhm.
it's live, right?
Yeah. The first few parts of it were taped, but during the finals it was live every weekend. So it was
Oh
like
my gosh.
the whole week you were like bracing yourself for
Yeah.
the
Charisse, my
Yeah.
manager, tells me never to go on live or anything.
Oh, no,
she
yeah.
knows I'm gonna say something.
the amount of anxiety I get when it's like live TV, because like when you mess up, it's gonna, especially on the internet, it's gonna live
It lived
forever.
Yeah.
So like crazy. But
At least it trained you for like.
oh yeah,
Now I feel like it's
Mhm.
nothing. You know.
no, I still get kind of nervous every time it's like a live thing. But
Well, I feel like when you
I-
get nervous,
I-
it shows you care.
oh yeah,
You know, which
For sure.
you want to feel a little bit of
you want to put out like good
nervousness.
product and a good performance. So you
How
yeah.
long were you guys filming The Voice for? Like a whole
Couple
season?
months. I think we started filming in September, and then the finale was in March the next year.
Oh, that's like
So
pretty
yeah,
long.
had like half a year.
What?
So, yeah, that's like
Mhm.
long.
Yeah.
Oh well, they also do like it's auditions before the show and
Yeah.
stuff, and then you
Yeah,
go
but we didn't
through-
start airing in still November. So we taped in September, then we aired in November, and then it wrapped up in March the next year. So
Damn.
yeah, but it was very hectic. I was very anxiety driven because I wanted to do a good job. Of course, I wanted to win, and but like going into it, the only pressure I had for myself was the blind auditions. I didn't want to, like, I wanted to have like one coach to turn for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to like all go through all of this like pre-audition processes and just
Mhm.
like go home on the first day. So
Yeah.
it's like, so yeah, that was my only wish, was to have like one coach turn for me, and
Who
I got
turned
3.
around?
I
Who
got
didn't,
Sarah.
Who
I
didn't
got
turn around?
Bamboo. Bamboo didn't turn for me.
Let's cancel.
But-
that joke.
No.
I actually just saw him
mm,
at an event and he
Mhm.
performed.
yeah.
Amazing.
No, super cool.
I actually
Super talented.
really
Incredible.
love Filipino
Mhm.
music.
Yeah.
You know? And I think we really have to give them more credit
Mhm.
because we have some amazing
Mhm.
Filipino.
Oh yeah,
Especially
OPM.
the
Especially P-pop
OGs.
now is
Mhm.
like popping.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
I know, I
really,
just
what?
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah, me
Beanie.
too. I'm a Bloom. I love Beanie.
I actually
Right.
just shot with a P-pop group today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Can we divulge to the friends of the pod who
Yeah.
it is?
Kaya?
Oh okay.
Yeah.
They're like a new girl group, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just shot with them.
Kaya. Yeah. So where were we?
See,
Um,
Gabbie, bring us
Does
back.
Does it like get any better as you're like filming the season? Like, do you start to feel like less nervous? Are you more like
I feel like it ebbs and flows. I think like in the beginning, like it was super
Nice
high
word
anxiety.
choice. Nice word choice. I'm like, damn. That's a good. Okay, sorry,
Wait, what,
continue.
the ebbs and flows?
Yeah.
I mean, like yeah, it's kind of like, like in the beginning of the season, it was very high energy because like it's just starting. Maybe towards the middle, I got the hang of it, so I was able to relax and just enjoy the process. And then towards the end, when I feel like, well, I might have a chance in winning this, then the anxiety just like shot
Kicks
up again,
in.
kicks
Oh
in
my
again.
God.
So yeah, it's like that.
would you say the finale was
Mhm.
like the most
Mhm.
nervous you were throughout the
Mhm.
whole season? Was it like
Or did you know here, like,
Yeah,
I
or
got
did you
this
have
in
a
the
feeling?
bag?
You know what? There's part of me that like the
That
thought that I was
you-
gonna,
yeah.
I might win this. But
You always want to have a little.
Oh,
you
yeah.
want confidence,
Confidence,
but
but not-
overly
not
confident.
arrogance. Yeah.
Because I think
because when you're overconfident, that's when you become complacent.
no, but
a
you
little
also
bit.
see it on stage. I think when I watch reality TV and stuff, the one you want to be confident because that will like help you perform. But I feel like when you're overly confident and you become too cocky, then you're not relatable and people don't like that.
No, that's true. And you also
You
don't
know?
want to you set up like high expectations of yourself, because when you don't get it, then you're super disappointed.
You look horrible.
Yeah, exactly. But no, going into it, I didn't really have a lot of like high expectations. I just wanted to do a good job. I just wanted to like perform like the best that I could. And you know what's funny? The finale wasn't really my, like, I was super nervous at the finale. I just wanted to like do a good job, and I just like surrendered it because I was already there. Like I couldn't like
do anything.
do anything
anymore.
more. Like I just did what I came to do, and I ended up winning, which was super fun. So like yeah,
Yes,
it was
Gabbie
really fun
clap.
experience.
I don't know
Yay.
how the claps sound on the audio, by the way.
We're
Like,
just
I
gonna
hope
add it in
they're
Little
post.
good.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Does this work?
Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
Imagine if that like
I wanna do an
hurts
ASMR
when you're
episode.
listening.
They're probably like, okay, we're
they're
done.
They're gonna edit the levels down. so-
Yeah. How do you say winning The Voice changed your life?
Like, what is the trajectory? Because I don't know, like, I also watch a lot of like American Idol, and a lot of winners, and even The Voice, like, not everyone does well afterwards. It's not just like okay, I've won.
Yeah.
It's gonna propel your career.
A lot
There's
of winners also
people-
like choose their own path
Yeah,
too.
or
There's like
even-
many ways to go about
or
it.
even a lot of like people that didn't win end up doing better.
right.
It's just
Yeah.
it's a good starting platform. But what was your mindset after? Because obviously, like, you did way more after The Voice. It was a good start, but again, not everyone.
Yeah, I mean, after The Voice, it
Does
really it's a good way to put your like foot out there. Like it's a good first step. So I did like got a lot of opportunities after. So I got to work with producers and songwriters, and I got to be part of ASAP and Showtime and stuff like that. So I was gave me a lot of opportunities to like travel and perform for like the Filipino communities outside the Philippines. And so yeah, I was able to put out my own music. And
I know your album
Mhm.
came out, and I was actually just saying to everyone before you came, I see online that a lot of Filipinos, they love doing a lot of Western covers. So it was nice that a Filipino artist actually, because a lot of the OG Filipino artists have their own music, but a lot of new artists, I feel like, aren't focusing on their own music. So when you put out your record, I was so proud. I'm glad that he's actually doing something true to himself rather than just doing a cover. Because I see so many covers, and covers are great, but I think we really have to hone into like
original Filipino
original
music. Yeah.
Filipino music, and that's coming back now. I think with like Beanie and stuff, a lot of P-pop. But I think you came a little before that, so it's nice that you're like ahead.
A little
of it.
Ahead of the
Trailblazer,
curve.
yeah.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I feel like Filipino pop nowadays is really thriving. Like there's a lot of talented Filipino musicians out there.
Like every
So-
Filipino can sing, and that's why I can obviously say I'm not Filipino
Because you can't
I
sing.
can't sing.
Yeah.
And like I really wish, because like I feel like that would just be a fun little hidden talent.
It has always fascinated me as a culture, like as a people, why we're so musically inclined.
That's true.
Like a lot of us
Gabbie
can
sang
carry a tune.
Sample.
No.
Sample. I actually don't
I'm
think
not
I've ever-
Filipino pala.
Chinese.
No, but I think it's because of like we love having fun, and part of that is like singing tunes and
Yeah.
dancing,
But
and there's like a huge karaoke culture,
But Filipinos take karaoke to a whole nother
different level. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's wild, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like
Mhm.
I've seen TikToks, they are belting. I'm
Mhm.
like Celine Dion is shaking.
Yeah.
Like literally, it is not like
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos are amazing. I just hope that this community of singers grows
Mhm.
because let's take over the
Oh, yeah.
world, you know?
We're doing that little by little. I think we're slowly penetrating the global market. But no, it's really it has always fascinated me why there's so many like good singers here in the Philippines. But it's super fun, and yeah, I'm just happy to be able to put out my own music and put out songs that I've worked on for years, and finally have come to life and people get to listen to them. And that's kind of like the main reason why I got into music, is because I'm also a songwriter, and like having people listen to the stuff that you make and having them sing it back to you, it's
Yeah.
like the best feeling. So it's
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know the feeling.
I'm like, can't relate.
yeah, but I can imagine like,
oh yeah.
yeah, that feels amazing.
No, it's sort of like when we say something stupid on the podcast and someone's like, oh, I like that. Just not us.
not on the same level.
I'm just like, oh, it
for
just makes me
sure.
sound dumber. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, fine.
So when you won The Voice,
Mm.
were your like DMs popping? Like,
Who slid into the DMs?
I was just thinking of that. I was just thinking like, was everyone like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, even before the finale, like when I first got on the show,
yeah.
when my blind auditions first premiered, I suddenly had like new cousins and new
Wait,
uncles,
that's so
and
funny.
I was like, "Hey,
A
I'm
whole
your
brown
friend from your
guy."
mother's cousin side, who's also a friend of your neighbor and stuff like that." But yeah, what's fun also is I got to like meet new people who I wouldn't meet, otherwise, and like people who are from different parts of the Philippines come up to me and say like, "Well, I saw you on The Voice, and I'm a huge fan, and I've been following you since," because I was like
How old were
a first
you?
adapter of like the YouTubes. Because I was doing covers on the YouTube in like
Yeah.
2007.
So you're like a
Whoa,
Shawn
like an
Mendes.
OG.
Yeah, I was kind of like a Shawn Mendes of like I was doing like
Justin Bieber.
webcam covers on YouTube like in
That's so
2007.
iconic. You've really
Yeah.
been through.
Mhm.
I
Like
think
so many eras.
I have been
Yeah.
through so many eras.
it's nice to like hear this story because I feel like nowadays,
Mhm.
like everything is so highly produced,
Mhm.
which is like fine.
Mhm.
But like back then, it is
Oh,
truly like
super
all
organic.
about talent.
I
Yeah.
miss
You know,
the
it's whether you're lucky,
yeah.
a little bit of luck, a little bit of talent,
Mhm.
right place at the right time.
No, that's
So it
true.
really shows that this is really like meant to be for
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it was a long time coming.
Mhm. No, I miss like the whole the 240p like very grainy
240p era.
240p
I cannot
era of
believe-
YouTube.
I can't believe we used to watch
Like,
videos
really
at 240p.
grainy.
I can't even deal anymore.
Yeah.
With like 360? Like
Mhm.
no.
And like the app, like
I need
the
HD.
icon for the app was like that old TV.
yeah.
Yeah, for
oh my
the-
gosh, on
yeah,
the
that's so
iPhone,
old.
it was
Yeah,
the old TV.
exactly.
That's so
I
funny.
miss like downloading all my shows off of LimeWire and
Oh,
sticking it onto
LimeWire.
my little iPhone.
And all of the songs have like tags in them, like
Yeah.
like 220 beats before the song starts. It's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Tape Masters Inc.
That is before like my life got hard.
Do you still like YouTube until now?
Oh yeah, I feel like YouTube is like my main
Really?
like media consumption. Yeah, because I watch a lot of like video essays.
But you still make videos?
No,
No?
I have no time,
Really?
and I like to edit myself.
That's why I was
edit
like,
my own
thank you
videos.
for agreeing to be on this.
Oh no, of course.
'Cause
When
you're
we were
so
talking
busy.
about it in South Korea, you said
Yeah.
that you guys were like hooking up like a
Yeah.
podcast. I was like, oh, I'd love to be on that
Yeah.
because like I love listening to podcasts and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I love long form media, so I like
Okay.
listening to podcasts. I love watching like
Watching
hour long
YouTube
video
videos.
essays and stuff like
Okay,
that.
That's so cool.
because I do like nightly walks in my neighborhood, and I just listen to a podcast for like 2 hours.
Therese was just saying
Yeah.
that your whole neighborhood like
Oh, yeah.
loves a good nightly walk.
I would just like go around in circles in my neighborhood,
It's like a
just
community
getting lost.
activity.
Yeah.
No, but I want to start going into your fashion
Uh-huh.
because I think, especially for like a Filipino artist, I
Mhm.
feel like you'd be a lot daring.
Mhm.
So, what was that whole transition like?
Mhm.
How did people sort of take it?
Mhm.
Because I know, like, I might not know everything about
Mhm.
this whole artista sort of thing. So, how did you decide? Like, what was the whole inspiration behind
Yeah.
that? Was there any like hate that came from
Mhm,
it? Because I love your fits, but I
Mhm.
know, like, again, there's so many
Yeah.
different audiences.
Mhm.
I'm sure being on The Voice, that's also a very different audience.
Mhm, mhm.
So, how did that all come about? Just like, asked you 20,000 questions, basically.
Thank you for that wonderful question. I think ever since I've always been like a flashy dresser. Like I love fashion. I love clothes. I love
Like, you
being able
just
to
went to
express myself.
Fashion Week and
Yeah, no, I just came
Malaysia.
back from Malaysia for Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, Kuala Lumpur. Shout out to Dixon Lim. But yeah, I've always been because I feel like as a creative, as an artist, I have like so many like fashion is just one outlet to express my creativity. It's not just music and it's not just like singing or performing. And I'm such a visual artist. I grew up in the MTV era, so I love watching
love
like
them.
music videos and stuff and live performances, like the VMAs
Right.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And the artists that I gravitate towards are artists who don't only sound good but also look good on stage.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I become an artist, like a performing artist, I want the looks to match the music. Like what I'm performing, what I'm singing about.
So since The Voice,
I
were you
love
always
that.
sort of doing that?
yeah, no, I mean on The Voice, not really, because we had like an in-house stylist,
Yeah.
so I wasn't able to like really
Like,
express.
oh,
Yeah,
But the day you left,
You're like-
no, not
sayonara.
even really. Like I only started like become like dressing for myself in the pandemic.
really?
Yeah. Because I was like, because I used to have like a stylist before, and he would dress me. But during the pandemic, I was trying to like save some money and didn't want to like spend on people
Yeah.
for on
But it's
stylists
really
and stuff
an
like that.
investment, you know,
Mhm.
like nowadays, like I really like I'd rather like eat at home or eat something
Exactly.
cheap and then buy like
No.
a really cute outfit.
Truly,
Outfit.
dead ass.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, but like so because of like I just wanted to save some money. I didn't want to like pay a stylist. I started dressing myself, and I was like, I feel like life was too short at that time. We were having like existential crises at that
Yeah.
time. I was like,
Everyone.
life's too short to be
Like
wearing.
getting triggered. Like that's a Raven going
Like-
back to like
Are you not
having a
getting
vision.
triggered? And like that the Al volcano was just like
Oh my
emitting
God. that
that's
whole
like-
era.
that's
just the other
I
day.
think those are one of the days I got back was when the volcano
Yeah.
started to erupt.
And it was like the
Throwback.
Dalgona
Like,
What
coffee
is
and
happening
sushi
to
bake.
this
And,
country. I was so
No.
stressed. Yeah.
No, but yeah. So like, yeah, well, I was having like an existential thing. Like, why should I box myself in and wear like boring ass like suits and stuff to be performing when I could wear whatever I want and like be like, yeah, just like keep in line my music and my artistry and how I present myself on
Yeah.
stage. So like, I started wearing more colors and wearing more patterns and being more like wearing more sparkle and stuff like that. And I started working with local designers to make clothes for
That's
me.
so important. And I
Yeah.
think it's nice.
Mhm.
Again, you're championing
I
like
love
Filipino
local
music.
designers, yeah.
And so you want to do the same.
Because we have like super
As
talented
well.
local designers,
Yeah.
like Filipino
The
designers.
best.
Like, oh my god. So yeah, I attended BYS Fashion Week, my first fashion week, and I was like, well, I could wear that. I can wear this for performing. I could wear this for like an event or stuff like that. So I
I
reached
love
out to
that.
the designers,
That
and
sounds so much- that's so much fun.
We actually have worn a lot of similar things.
I know exactly. Like I
Like,
wore
I
for my
think
birthday shoot.
For your
Which
birthday shoot, I
one?
was looking through
For
his
Lingok.
carousel. and I think,
Lingok?
four,
Yeah.
Lingok?
four of the pieces. It's like, oh, I wore that. Like a lot of things I've
bench,
worn on the
yeah.
runway. He's worn,
Mhm.
and it's like
So
respect.
funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, my ROI as a model is so good.
So
'Cause
the
everything
influence,
I wear-
the doors you've opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
And I
yeah.
even saw you at Bench Fashion Week. I was leaving, and I saw you going
Mhm.
out as well.
yeah.
It's so funny.
So it's nice. No, I love like I'm excited for the Bench and BYS Fashion Week because I
Mm.
love seeing well as a model and as a watcher because I
Yeah.
can't. We have so many creative designers,
So
and like
many.
I'm always trying to think like I'd rather wear local
Mm.
than wear something international if I
No,
can.
that's true. Yeah.
Just because we gotta support our local
yeah,
designers. and
there's
they're
a lot
so
of good
creative.
ones.
So
like
many.
really amazing.
Really talented. Original.
Who are some of your favorite Filipino designers? Like off the top of your head.
top of my head? Probably like I love like Randolph clothing.
Oh, I love that.
He
I
created
love-
my modeling career.
Oh,
He was the
really?
first. So when I walked for BYS,
Mhm.
I think we talked about this on the pod already, but he actually like thought I was already a model,
Yeah.
and he got me to walk,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd never walked before.
He was your first show.
He was my first show,
Nice,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Hey, do you want to walk?" I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Mm.
And I didn't know like about fittings. I didn't know
Mm.
about anything.
and it just
So
snowballed
like,
from
so
there.
I'll
Yeah.
always support Randolph.
Yeah.
Or RJ. I'll always walk for him every time he
Mhm.
asks me to do something. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
don't
love
even.
Randolph. I love like Tian Rodriguez. I love Nicolo.
Oh my gosh, I love Nicola.
So good. Rafa Worldwide, who I got to walk for BYS Fashion Week also.
Amazing.
Wait, I remember that now.
Yeah.
I watched that show.
I'm so
You there?
Yeah.
I couldn't watch the show
Mhm.
because I was
You were
walking.
getting ready for
Yeah.
Randolph.
Getting
Yeah.
ready for
Mhm.
Randolph.
No, this is super fun.
But no,
who
I love
else?
those two fashion
Yeah.
weeks. I really. No,
I
like
always enjoy BYS Fashion Week. It's so
how I
much fun.
discovered like Antonina, for example. I wore
Mhm.
her to the YSL event was through
Mm,
Bench.
Yeah.
And I think this will come out after, but I'm walking for her.
Ooh.
So it's nice that you
Yay.
can really like cultivate these good relationships and you can really
Exactly.
figure out what you want to wear,
yeah.
who you want to support,
Mm.
who you potentially want to walk for.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like these fashion weeks actually work.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's
Yeah.
a whole thriving industry of like local designers
Mhm.
and fashion
Like some
people. Yeah.
some people go for content. I go because I'm actually genuinely
No, that's true. You
Yeah.
really have to be a fan
Curious.
of the work and
Yeah.
a fan of the clothes and fashion to like really appreciate the craftsmanship and the work that goes to the making of the garments because it's not easy to produce like a show, like a 10-piece show, especially if it's like very intricate and like
it's so hard.
Yeah.
like Thea, for example, works with a lot of studs and a lot of like
No.
iron work. And that's no joke to create. So
I know.
it's-
I'm so sad I didn't get to see it because I was also walking that day.
Mm,
And a lot of
yeah.
Filipino designers like do everything in house. You know what I mean? They're
That's
not
true.
like big international
Outsourcing, yeah.
labels that have like a big backing and everything. So
Mm.
I think it makes it that much more special,
Mm.
the pieces
No.
and seeing like everything that goes into it.
No, that's true. So like if you can support, if you can buy their stuff, if they have like pop-ups and stuff, because a lot of them don't really have stores just yet.
Yeah.
So if you go to their pop-ups, you support, buy their stuff, and
Like it's nice to support, and they
Mm-hmm.
actually have, and it's nice also now that that I'm more into fashion, I also think about the story behind it. Like there's
yeah.
a purpose. There's like a bigger.
Like what are they trying to say with their brand?
Yeah.
No, there's super many talented designers.
Because we're all just very thoughtful.
Very thoughtful, very mindful, very demure.
Exactly.
Is that done already? You think it's done already?
By the time
Gabbie
this
and
comes
I
out-
have been using the word demure
Even
For so
before
long.
that,
for over a
Oh,
year.
okay.
It's like what's our favorite word?
Yeah.
demure.
Yeah.
And we never like talked about it on the pod early enough.
Yeah.
So now
So
like
no
we
one's gonna
can't say we
believe
could,
us.
no,
Oh,
we've been
no.
talking about this for
Like we'd
so
always be like,
long.
oh,
Okay.
demure, so demure, so demure, like that.
So Jules, her name is Jules LeBron on TikTok, I think. Gabbie and Liam were the first ones to use demure. So we're
Wait,
putting it
this
out
is-
there.
This is gonna be her TikTok
Oh my god.
standard, and we're tagging her.
You know what though? I think demure is such a Filipino word. Like
Oh yeah, it is because
We're
we're very. It's very
like,
conservative.
no,
I actually
TikTok
saw a
trend.
TikTok that demure is a very
very Filipino.
Filipino.
Very
Liam
word.
sent me
Filipino
a
thing.
TikTok, then someone's like, no, demure in Filipino is actually pabebe. And like,
Oh, baby.
pabebe was such a thing for so
No,
long
really,
already.
Truly. It was like Jeje and then Jologs and then Pabebe and like,
We need to come up with a new one.
yeah.
What?
We're gonna brainstorm.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to brainstorm
We're
to
gonna
come
come
up
up-
with like a new term.
Comment down below. Is this gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah, this is actually on YouTube.
Okay, comment down below. What do you think will be the next demure?
But no one knows this. You can comment on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of
This
people
is gonna
comment
be
on
a video
Spotify.
pod.
It's always a video pod.
Oh okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
but you can.
Can they comment on Spotify now?
They actually
Yeah.
can.
Okay,
But a
comment
lot
on
of people don't know
Spotify.
how to do it or don't do it.
Guys,
You know,
comment.
That's like a kind of like a new feature. I haven't seen that. You can
Yeah,
comment
you
on
can
Spotify
even like
now.
rate.
Oh
you can
okay.
do
There's
Right.
a lot of
You
Spotify
can
features.
follow.
Rate 5 stars. Life is not a real.
5 stars only.
Yeah. To help the algorithm push it out there.
Yeah.
Right. See, I'm
No.
helping you guys promote. Like, you know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Would you say what would you say is
Transition.
like your riskiest?
He's the best. See, I told you.
Alright, yeah.
I always,
What would
I was
you
like,
say is
fuck,
like-
I don't know what to say, and then he came up. With
Reels
something.
it in. Reels it in.
Oh,
I keep
reels it in.
line.
we're gonna
I reel
use
it in.
that.
What would you say is like your riskiest
Mm.
fashion choice, like outfit that
Mm.
you've ever had?
Fashion choice. I feel like when I started wearing a lot of sheer, a lot of sheer stuff, a lot of see-through stuff, because I don't know, it's a bit more daring. I would say like it's showing a little bit more skin without actually
Especially
showing
in the
skin.
Philippines.
No, really.
For
no.
guys.
But how was
Yeah.
the reaction to that?
Normal.
It's of course it's mixed. A lot of people who get it, and people who don't. So the people that get it were like
But I
very
feel like that's-
complimentary.
You find
That's
your
a real-
people.
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
that's
Like if you
true.
don't have to
and
get,
it's not for everyone to
yeah,
get.
exactly. It's not for
Because
everyone
like
to
if
get.
it's if everyone gets it, then it's not really
Yeah.
it doesn't have
then
an
you're
edge to
playing
it.
safe.
No, exactly, that's true.
But I
But
think now people sort of, I think you have to start. Someone told me this quote. You have to start doing something, and it might be embarrassing at first,
first.
but once you become successful at it,
Mhm.
no one
People
seems
aren't
to
like
care
cringing at it
anymore.
anymore. It's
No,
like
yeah.
So it might be
normalized.
like cringe at first,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then
the first time you do it.
you're just gonna have to take one for the team because like in a couple of months, in 1 year, 2 years, everyone's gonna be wearing it, and you've already moved on to the next one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was
Like-
already doing that a year ago. So like,
people thought us using the word demure was cringe,
see?
and look at it now.
Yeah, like
now,
we would
popping
have
off.
to say demure in like a sarcastic tone.
Yeah, because people are
because people
like,
would be like, we can't be that serious about it.
they'd
but
be
now
like,
we're-
grab
like
it,
demure.
Gabbie, you're not being demure right now. And people are like, what? What?
Yeah.
You weren't very mindful and very
Yeah.
considerate. Mhm. No, but yeah, probably that, or when I started wearing more like cutouts or cropped stuff.
You know what outfit
But
I
those are my
remember?
favorite ones. of
Where did you
yours.
wear?
Yeah.
Where did you wear the Saint Laurent with a bow?
Oh yeah, for the ball.
Yeah. I really saw. I was like, oh my god, I love that outfit.
Oh yeah, I love that collection from
Yeah.
the YSL from Anthony Vaccarello.
Yeah.
He's very like he works with a lot of androgynous. Like he knows how to mix feminine and masculine in a way that's not like
For sure.
forced, and
Yeah.
like you can watch a men's collection and you can see a woman wearing it,
Yeah.
or you can see like a women's collection, you can see men wearing it. So
I
it's
feel
I
like
love-
that's where the world's going, though.
no
you
exactly
know?
For
like the
sure.
gender lines are being
I mean,
like,
a lot
blurred.
now, like a lot of fashion weeks now, like sometimes like men's and women's collections show in one
Just
show.
one show, yeah.
So
Honestly,
That's
as
definitely how
a
it's
creator,
going.
that'd make it so much easier, so we don't have to keep going back and
Coming,
forth.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Just
true.
do it once.
Mhm.
how would you describe your personal style?
Personal style, I would say I'm more like experimental in a sense, or like I like trying out different stuff. Like even if it's kind of like cringy at first, but like I just want to like because it might work, it might not, but like at least I tried it. Like I like flashy stuff. I like spark, especially for the stage.
But you
I
know
like,
what's so weird? Like, I don't even consider your stuff flashy now
Mhm.
because even if
because like
I,
it's become more.
it's become
Yeah.
you've
Especially
made it your
in
own
men's
already.
fashion now.
Mhm.
Like I think people are more open to seeing
No, that's so true.
seeing guys try out new styles and be
Mhm.
more daring.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely not as conservative and
It's not
boring
as
as it
demure.
used to be. No, not as-
No, yeah.
And you know when
That's
people like listen to your music and they learn more about you or they meet you in person,
Yeah.
then they realize that it all sort of makes sense.
Mm.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
fashion is just one part of your identity.
It's just,
Your
a, it's
music
just
is
another
one.
outlet. Yeah.
And when you like, again, like life is not a real. Like once you sort of get all the different pieces together,
Mhm.
you sort of realize that it all
Yeah.
comes together.
comes together
It's-
and
yeah.
it makes total.
No, that's so true.
Sense.
I feel like also in like the culture now, like what you said, like it's becoming more, people are becoming more open to the idea of like men dressing more extravagant and being more out there. And I love seeing like, for example, when I'm in ASAP and like I'm seeing all of my other like co-performers and singers also like trying to experiment with different silhouettes and different colors. And like, because for a time it was just like when you look at the group, it's like everyone's wearing black suits and
Oh my
there's
gosh.
me
Yeah.
like in a sparkly like bedazzled like ensemble.
No, but you know
like,
what? Like,
now
You're
it's like
s-
there's a lot of us now.
yeah,
so
and you're
which is fun.
slowly inspiring other people,
Mm.
and hopefully this becomes a trend
No,
where
that's
like
true, yeah.
it's fun to take risks.
Yeah,
you know, and
fashion
like
is fun, guys. Clothes are fun. Like, why would
Don't
you?
take it too seriously.
Exactly. Like, we
Like
should
it
be
was so
experimenting.
funny when we were going back to Korea.
Mm.
Like I would really like I was dressing in sweats. I looked like a total wreck, and he was like always in a look. And I was
I
like,
love that.
we'd walk
Yeah.
into the lobby and be like, "Oh my god!"
Like-
Like, I look like shit.
I mean, any
And he was- and
opportunity
it-
to like put out
and
a
he
look,
was
like, why
serving
not?
every single time, and I was like, "Fuck my life! I look
Amazing.
so
But I have my
bad."
days too. I feel like there's also days when I'm like super
Lazy
lazy and I
days.
just want to wear like
Yeah.
sweats and
Just want to be
But even
comfortable.
this
jacket.
already, like, you can tell the
There's
way you
like a
styled
cute
it, even though
off-duty
it's
look.
simple, it's still very you.
thank you.
You know, with like the different patterns, the different like textures, it's still you, and it works.
Thank you.
It's
I appreciate
just-
that. Coming from Mr. Supermodel himself, like thank you.
Going back to like inspiration,
Reeling
where
it
do you
in.
find fashion inspiration in your day to day?
Just like from everywhere, from like
Yeah.
like I feel like my main style inspos are a lot of musicians as well. So I love like Lenny Kravitz, and I love like
So
who's also like a YSL guy. So he wears a lot of YSL. So I'm like, I love his style.
Is that your favorite like luxury brand?
I think so.
Almost
Yeah, I love like Anthony
I
Vaccarello's work
love
for
the
YSL.
draping.
Yeah.
Saint Laurent, yeah.
How
The very
everything,
silky,
Yeah,
like it's just,
Silky.
even
just very
the
effortless
latest
chic.
collection was
Yeah.
so good.
it's
Just
just
like,
not effortless to put on.
it's not effortless to put on, but it looks effortless. It looks like some of the models look like they just like rolled out of bed and just like naturally like. No, I
But
love
they
his
spent
work.
like 2 hours working on their hair.
I
to
know
be,
it's like very
perfect.
slick back, very.
But it's
This
very
is very
purposeful,
expensive.
you
Yeah.
know?
No, that's
I
true.
love that music also inspires your fashion sense.
No, totally. Yeah,
You're really like a music guy like through and through.
I
And
am.
I love that because sometimes when people try to discover their own personal style, they sort of, I think a mistake is they try to like Pinterest and look for outfits they like. But I think you sort of like to develop your personal style, you need to find inspiration in other things
Everywhere.
outside of fashion
Yeah.
that you enjoy.
No, true.
And for you, it's
It's
music.
music.
So
Yeah, so because I love like
amazing.
I love live performance. I love like music videos. Like I said earlier, I love like Pharrell, for example. Like he's
Oh my
an
gosh.
amazing. He does both so well. Like he does music so well and does fashion so well. So like that's kind of like my like life peg to be like a
to be a
a great
Pharrell.
musician and like be a head of a house.
Oh
like
my
that's
gosh! Imagine Jason D.
Oh my
you're
God,
now
that's like the dream.
You're now the friend of the pod,
Yeah.
so like that's one step closer.
no, that's true. After this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a CD for no,
Yeah.
but like I love him like pre-problematic Kanye West.
Okay.
But like
Do you ever want to like go into fashion more? Like maybe create your own line or
like,
go into that?
yes, I would love to have my
It's
own
so
line. I would love to have like I love like sunglasses. I would like to have my own like sunglass line.
You know, not a lot of people do that.
Mhm.
Like, not a lot of like
No,
celebrities do
exactly.
sunglass lines when they do
Mhm.
like collabs and everything.
Like the only
No, true.
person I can think of is like Phi Kadra did one with Oliver's people.
Yeah.
Peoples, yeah.
Which is super, super cool.
Mm.
I actually think one thing we're missing here in the country is like cool collabs.
No,
You know,
yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
people don't like. I love giving like. I want to like make my friends and like other people succeed, and I
Mhm.
think collabs are the perfect way of
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that. But I think here people hate like collaborating with people
I
because they
know.
want to just work on themselves. But I think like
Collaboration
Like
is
brand-
With
Brands work
collaborations, it
different
also has to be
things.
a good fit. Like it
Yeah,
has
no,
to make
obviously.
sense.
Mm.
You can't just force it and be like,
no, but I think people just don't like collabing because
general,
I don't think they
yeah.
want to. But like especially in LA, New York, you see all these cool like
Mhm.
niche brands
Yeah.
working with big celebrities
Mhm.
because these celebrities actually love the product and they
Mhm.
love
Right.
And
the
actually support the brand.
mission and vision behind that. And
Yeah.
so I think like
I
that's
think, like,
something you should go.
A good example right now is Charlotte Folk with Beanie. Their collaboration is really good.
Shout
and how
out,
many times
Jan.
we talked about
Shout out to Beanie. Beanie, be a friend
how
of the
many
pod.
times have we mentioned Beanie like on this,
Aren't
Beanie
they
this
fever.
episode?
I heard
no.
they're booked till 2020. So
Well.
maybe in 2026
if
we can
like
get
this
them on the
podcast
pod.
still
On
exists.
Season 3 or season 4.
three, season
yeah.
whatever of,
Season-
of Life is Not a Real.
No.
It might be like 30 by the time.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, definitely I would love to have my own line. No, I just love I just really like clothes and I love how it transforms you as a
Yeah.
person.
I
And,
actually
like-
have a good idea. I'm going to tell you after.
Okay. Off the pod, off mic. All right, but yeah,
I feel like it comes with you being a creative
No,
also.
yeah,
That
truly.
you sort of have an appreciation for like even other art forms aside
Mm.
from music. And it's
Yeah.
like really nice to see how you're able to like fuse them together into your own personal brand.
no, absolutely. I just feel like I have like a lot of creativity and
You need to
music is
let
my
it
main
out.
thing.
Yeah, you need
music
to
is
let
my
out
main
your
thing.
creative.
But I need like
juices.
other outlets of like
Exactly.
yeah.
Speaking of outlets, do you have anything interesting that you've been working on recently? Anything
Well,
fun?
my 10th year is coming up next year in the
10th
industry, which
year?
is wild to think about because I feel like
Oh my
it just
gosh, that's
happened.
so
Like The
fun.
Voice just happened yesterday, but yeah. So definitely we're cooking up something to celebrate the 10th year. We're putting out.
We better
A
be
fashion line,
invited.
kidding.
I mean, we'll
He's like,
see.
actually,
We'll see.
Like
But,
Jason D times YSL. Kidding.
Anthony
ex-BD.
Vaccarello, friend of the pod.
Anthony Vaccarello.
Let's work on the collab, the Saint Laurent x Jason D. But yeah, definitely a lot of exciting new stuff, music. We're hoping to do a concert.
I was
Definitely.
gonna say, I'm like,
Yeah.
I want.
Mhm.
There needs. To
I
be
need a 10th year
concert.
anniversary concert.
Oh my
Imagine the
gosh.
looks.
And you need to have
Yeah.
show-stopping looks. Well, for
I mean,
sure, you're
exactly.
gonna come up with them.
Which is
But I
kind of
can't
like
wait
a
to
huge
see.
pressure on me now because people expect me to like
Yeah.
show up and show out. So like I always
But
have
you
to
do
be.
it every time. So
I mean,
you
you
just have
know.
to stay true to like
No,
your
truly.
own thing.
Yeah, because I think the thing is, I love doing it. I love
Yeah.
like putting like looks
no,
together.
because it's you.
Mm.
Exactly,
It
it's
works,
you.
yeah.
If you were trying to put on a show,
And it
I
was like
think
some.
it'd be a lot harder for you to keep
Yeah,
maintaining
Right.
this sort of.
and you can
Thing,
kind of
you know?
tell when a certain artist isn't working with a stylist anymore and they just dress themselves. It's like, so were we like a fan of your looks when you were working with a stylist or like your actual personal style? But like, you know, I'm not not naming names, but like it's for me personally. I mean, I work with stylists as well. I'm not saying that I don't, but like, I like dressing myself and I like putting up I like creating a look
And I
for
feel
myself.
like you feel better also when you're on stage because it's more purposeful. You fully come up with everything. Like I feel like when I'm styled for something, it's very different from like I've purposely chosen my outfit. I just feel more comfortable. It feels more freeing. I feel more creative. And it's like overall just a better feeling. But again, like it's part of the industry that we all have to get styled sometimes.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But
But,
always
and shout out to all the stylists out there. There's so many.
they
like,
work so hard.
They work so hard and they're so talented and they don't get enough credit because like they're really tastemakers.
No one ever wants to tag them.
No, I know,
Even
guys.
when
Tag your
people-
stylist. What the
Yeah,
F?
even
What the hell?
some people get styled every day and never
Yeah.
get tagged. It's
Tag
like
your
actually
stylist,
so
guys.
sad.
Mm. Like they work so hard.
You're like tagging yourself at Jason D.
No.
My style- Jason D stylist.
Yeah, I tag myself on my post, like styled by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, shout out to all the stylists out there. You guys doing, you guys are doing the
not
Lord's
us
work.
backtracking, guys.
No, just to like
watch
balance out everything.
Every stylist, we never want to work.
No,
with them.
please.
No, we really.
No, I work with a lot of
You have to
stylists
find a
as
good balance.
well. A
you
good
know?
balance, yeah.
You just don't want to feel like your own personal style is ever being compromised, and that's
Mhm.
why if you find a stylist that sort of
Yeah.
understands that,
Yeah.
and you can
Then you
work
hit the
together,
jackpot,
it always
yeah.
has to be collaborative effort.
Yeah.
I
True.
think.
Mhm.
And then
or sometimes,
Two
if you,
brains are always better.
you
than
haven't really
one.
found your personal style yet, and the stylist can help you find your personal style. And after you guys work with the stylist, you can then from there you can like work on your own personal style.
Right.
Yeah. Just help. Just needs another eye to see what your actual personal style is.
Okay, so why don't we ask, like, what did you say is like the most valuable thing you've learned throughout your career, whether like in music, in the voice, starting out, or even in like, like your life as a content creator and sort of like with your fashion and everything. So just to sum it up.
I think just don't be afraid to try anything. Just don't be scared to like put yourself out there. And I had to learn that myself because I was very like I had a lot of anxiety going into the business and trying out different things because I was so used to like being in the comfort zone and just like what I was used to. I was just like I would keep doing that. But like I learned throughout the years to not if you just keep doing that, then you wouldn't grow as a person or as an artist. And putting yourself out there is very important because like what we talked about earlier, the opportunity doesn't necessarily just come to you. You have to go to it and you have to like really work hard for it and just
Or
keep
just
on
enroll
trying.
in school.
Or enroll in school and
Or
then
enroll in school
the
and
voice
then
will start
you up
calling
in-
you.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just keep on trying because like I didn't get on my first try. I went through like 8 or 9 auditions before I got on my second.
It's crazy.
Thing.
And like no one would have known that. They would have just
Yeah.
thought like, oh, he got on his
Yeah.
first try.
like fast,
You
Like,
know?
yeah, people think
There's
like,
so
I'm
much
a
that
nepo
goes
baby.
on
Yeah.
behind everything. That
And
you
that's
don't
why I
even realize.
honestly I love having this platform because all these things I wouldn't have known.
Mm.
You know, it's a perfect platform to sort of share that
to
Yeah, to
share
get
it,
to
to
know people.
discover, for
Yeah.
people to
because you
discover.
really like this whole industry is so much more complicated
Oh yeah.
than you think. And there's so much that goes behind the scenes. And
you
people
sort of
really are
people
so unaware.
people only see like the highlights
Mm.
on the outside, but they don't really understand like what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
And I love like what you said because I feel like it's applicable no matter what
Mm.
your path is.
Yeah. It's like the 15 seconds, 30 seconds that you see online is like so many hours and so many like
Life
takes
is not
that
a
Life is
real-
not-
life is not a real. Life is not a real. When you put out a reel that's like 15, 30 seconds, that takes like
Not
weeks
even
of
the
planning.
algorithm hates 30-second reels.
Yeah.
Like it's better 8
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, they want short form,
Yeah.
like very fast attention span. But no, yeah, you just if it's something that you really want, because I really wanted to be a musician. I really wanted to penetrate the industry as an artist, as a performer, and I really wanted to put out music out there. So I really went at it and kept on auditioning, and like with the fashion as well, like I didn't start like coming out the gate being like
Exactly.
like wearing whatever I
It
wanted.
takes time.
It
you
takes
know?
time.
But look at you, like
Mhm.
almost 10 years in.
Mhm.
And like I can't wait to see what the next 10 years brings. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
artists don't
don't last that
last
long.
that
in the
long, and you still have
industry.
so much more time
Mhm.
and so much more to discover.
Yeah.
You know, like who knows how your fashion sense is going to be in the
Mhm,
next
it's
5
gonna
years?
evolve,
It's
yeah.
ever evolving. You
Mhm,
know,
that's true.
like from your voice days to
Mhm.
like and your album and everything. It's just fun to see like all my friends and even random people go down this whole journey.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a very exciting thing to see. You know,
No, truly. So 10 years and 10 more years and 10 more years
Applause
after
for
that.
the 10 years
Yay!
again. Do you have a game?
are we gonna do?
Playing a game.
Oh my gosh, I love. We always end with a game.
All right. Oh, this or that. Okay.
Singing or content creating?
I think only
Um,
Jason answers.
obviously
like-
I'm
Are we all
singing.
answering?
Obviously,
I
Liam's
feel
gonna
like
be singing.
Yeah.
Singing. I feel like
really?
that's like my. If you can take anything else from my life,
Just don't
I'll be
take away
fine.
his
Just don't
voice.
take.
Okay,
away my
never-
voice. Not really.
Okay, never post on Instagram ever again then.
I mean,
He'll post his singing on his Instagram.
yeah.
I would go to like a different platform. I'll go to TikTok. I'll sing
Yeah.
there. No, but I feel like
The
music
content
is life for
creation
me.
comes into the singing.
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, I
not
feel like
your
it's
main
covered
thing.
also. Like I can
Everything
do singing
revolves
content.
around the singing.
True.
Okay.
Adele or Taylor Swift?
Adele. I'll say Adele. Yeah. I'm not a big Swiftie. I'm sorry.
Wait, guys, put that on TikTok. It's gonna do so well.
I respect the hustle. I respect her talent. I respect her her genius mind to she wouldn't be at the level where she is right now if she's not talented and she's not a genius.
No, and
So I
like to
respect-
put on a 3-hour show
Yeah.
every day is crazy.
And
I love her.
I love like 1989 and I love like Reputation and
I
But
love
if-
Reputation.
if you're gonna compare because we're doing this or that, like I'm a bigger fan of
Yeah,
Adele.
okay, because you had to choose one,
Yeah.
of course.
Gabbie,
Like I don't hate her.
Why?
Like
Oh, I have to
Swiftie?
answer.
yeah.
yeah.
Guys, you know I love Taylor Swift. I mean, like I also love Adele, but then I don't know, Taylor just hits different for me.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll really listen, and like if I feel sad, like I need to listen to Taylor Swift like that.
It's like a good pick
I'll
me up.
say I like both, but Reputation downwards.
Mm-hmm.
Adele, everything.
Right? Mhm.
I don't know. I
Across
just
the
haven't
board.
properly listened to her newer albums.
True.
But
Yeah,
like
me too.
Speak Now and
1989.
1989. Enchanted.
1989.
I don't even know if I'm biased because I listen to like the whole Tortured Poets department.
Yeah.
And like I feel every song. So fight me.
Like the whole 30
Swiftie
is it
haters.
31, 32 songs on the
Yeah,
album?
32 songs.
No, I listen to it.
Really?
There's some songs that I like. See, I don't hate her.
Okay,
I-
no,
I-
it's okay.
Yeah, but like I'm a
It's a
bigger Adele
disclaimer.
fan. Disclaimer,
fine,
Yeah, 'cause,
it's
like the
fine.
Swifties are they might come for me. So like
No, but she's
Putting
very
it out there.
talented. I
very
like
talented.
both.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I wish I could go to the one of the shows
She
in the
went.
Eras tour. Yeah.
In Tokyo.
Did you go
Yeah, I
already?
went in Tokyo. I
How
had
was
like
it?
the time of my life.
Yeah. No, I can tell like it looks super fun. Like the production.
so
was
much fun.
I
But
watched
I am
the
so
Disney
sad
Plus.
that like I didn't get to see Tortured Poets Department. I feel like I missed.
Oh yeah, she
Oh, yeah.
added
Part
it
of the
to
show.
the
It's
Oh.
sort
show.
of unfair to
I was
the
so-
earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Like,
Oh,
see,
well,
we
let's
always
go-
get
yeah.
sidetracked.
Yeah, because we feel like we want to explain, but then it's really
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like a this or that. Anyway.
P-pop or K-pop?
P-pop. Support
P-pop.
our own. Support na sarili
I'm
natin.
saying,
Yes,
I'm
I
saying
mean, like,
P-pop because I
I
love
love the
Beanie.
Philippines.
You know,
That's
I-
what I'm gonna say.
I love Beanie.
I love the Philippines.
I love the Philippines.
See,
That's it.
people are always like, Liam's not very Pinoy. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm more fucking Pinoy than
But I
this
love
man.
K-pop. But I love the
I love
Philippines.
K-pop too. Who are you listening right now? Listening to
My
right
favorite group is EXO. Like I'm obsessed.
now? Okay.
No,
get
but I
that.
love Beanie.
Yeah. No, I love Binny.
Okay, to be fair, Beanie's super catchy.
Yeah. I
So-
love like Alamat. I
Go.
love like SB19 of course. Yeah,
Ganso.
there's so many good like P-pop groups right now. It's really they're taking off.
And there's a lot of smaller ones that I want to
Mhm,
support
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
G22.
room for everyone, you guys. There's
There's room for everyone on our
in the
playlists.
world,
Yeah.
Like,
You can
True.
listen.
I
yeah.
feel like P-pop is super different from K-pop also.
Mhm.
So I appreciate both.
I feel like P-pop takes a lot of inspiration, of course,
Yeah.
because like K-pop really pioneered that whole like idol
For sure.
construct and like that
Mhm.
whole concept. But like P-pop has infused a lot of Filipino culture into it.
But
so
even
it's-
like I love like good Filipino humor, and I really see that in P-pop.
that's what
like,
makes it different.
especially like
the
when
personality.
BD
There's a
performs, like, the
cultural thing, of
personality
course,
things.
that
It's
like
really
P-pop is a
entertaining.
lot more, like,
No, yeah,
people,
true.
Yeah.
like Filipinos will relate to P-pop
Mhm.
more for sure.
Thanks.
Although I feel like because I'm a
Okay.
huge K-pop fan also, but I miss the
What's your favorite group?
I don't know. I'm a second gen person, so I was like I grew up in like
Like
2NE1
SNSD or
and like
something?
yeah, and like
okay.
Super
my gosh.
Junior and stuff like that. But when like of course Blackpink is like
Yeah.
and like
I love
BTS. but, like,
Coachella.
Liam's a
Are you ready
Blackpink
for tonight?
stan.
That's the one. yeah. So yeah.
I watched their first Coachella performance.
Mhm.
They were still at the Sahara.
Mm,
Like they weren't that big yet, but
mhm.
like everyone flocked there.
yeah.
And Diplo was after, and he goes, "Thank you guys for all staying." Because he was after Blackpink.
That would suck though. Imagine if like you come after like a really huge act and like
And they
everyone
all
starts
leave.
leaving
Oh,
after
that's
them.
so sad.
I think because they're all
hate
so
that.
tired
No,
from
that's-
standing that they're like,
Yeah.
"We're just gonna stay."
See, that's why you
here."
put the biggest act towards the end.
Exactly.
that,
So people are
you know,
staying
no,
till the
that's
end.
true. Yeah.
But no, respect to anyone in a group because it's at least as a solo person, you really have your own track. You do it all yourself
Yeah.
with a work with a group.
With the group. So
And
it
to,
takes a
like-
lot of hard work.
Like
yeah.
I was talking to Kai, who I shot with, and
Mhm.
one of their biggest problems is that to find scheduling for all of them to do everything together.
Oh yeah.
Because they have solo
Oh
things.
my
they have
gosh,
family
scheduling is
things.
the worst. Like we even have the hardest time scheduling guests on this
Right?
podcast.
We're just
Imagine scheduling like 5 people and they
Or
need to like
no,
be
true.
together. Or, like,
14 people,
Exactly.
15 people. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So
Yeah,
respect.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
respect
Shout out to all
respect
the
to all the
groups.
pops
Yeah.
from A to
A-pop.
Z. From
All the
A to Z.
A-pop, yeah, the A to Z.
Sarah G or Regine Velasquez?
Uy, wag naman ganun. Grabe naman. Grabe naman, Bebs.
I'm
But
just
Sarah
gonna,
was your coach.
I'm gonna
No, I'm
say,
gonna say yeah.
Regine because she's Leila's stepmom. But Tala, I don't even know any of her songs, but
Yeah.
Tala is like iconic.
Sarah is super iconic.
I'm honestly gonna
for
listen
me.
to it on the way home.
It's gonna be. It's just really hard, you guys. I'm gonna
this
say-
is why we didn't come up. You can't blame us. We didn't come up with the
Producers?
questions.
We never come up with the questions. It's
Blame
always so
Cherise.
good.
I feel like okay, since like she has like a direct influence and impact in my life, I'm gonna say Sarah. But I love Regine.
Grabbing
I
your
res-
PR is so good. You're so good at dodging
It's
questions.
media trained.
I have to be because like
Media
I don't
trained.
want to be in trouble with
That's
anyone.
the artista in you.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I respect Regine. I grew up listening to her music. Like before my voice dropped, I would be singing Regine songs like when I was like
Was she ever
training
a
music.
coach?
No, not really, but we work at like in shows together, like in ASAP. I would see her all the time. It's very lovely.
Actually,
She's
went to
very-
ASAP once.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
saw
you
it,
mentioned you watched like a live performance of ASAP.
Like,
Yeah. Anyway.
I can't talk about my traumatizing experience. Like never going back.
Mhm. But yeah, love Miss Reg. Respect her. Like incredibly talented, amazing, wonderful. But since she's my coach, I would have to say Sarah. Yeah.
Okay, last question. Gabbie or Liam?
What?
I'm gonna choose the friends of the pod to be neutral. Don't do that to me.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that
This was so
ends our
fun.
game.
Yay.
Thanks so much for coming on the pod.
No, thank you for having
No,
me.
honestly, I've learned so
It's
much.
fun.
I
Yeah,
said
me
it,
also.
Kanina, but like,
It was such an
it's
interesting.
so nice that we have a platform where we can bring our friends on and honestly, like, learn more about their lives and their story. Because I feel like these questions are just never asked in the industry.
No, truly.
sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's just nice to get to know you more. Like, obviously, we had a little Korea.
Mm-hmm.
box
We got to
together.
bond, yeah.
But like
True.
obviously I wasn't like I was too busy stuffing my face with food. I didn't have time to ask you any of these
fashion
questions.
inspiration
Yeah,
and
or like
like
where
musical
are my
beginnings.
no true like who are my influences?
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I love like doing podcasts also because when you do like an interview, it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, and
They always
Don't
ask
really
you
get-
stupid questions.
Yeah, and
it's like we're trying to get like
you're
Dude.
asked the same questions over and over again, and it's kind of like it gets a little old. But I love like long form stuff like this where you can really like explain yourself and so
You should come on again. Like at
I would
some
love
point.
to. Yeah, I would
I
love
feel
10
like
to.
there's
years.
a lot. What?
in 10
10
years.
years.
10 years.
Season
For the 20th,
30
for the 20th for your 20th,
for 20th anniversary. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
We'll be all like AI or like robots and just, like underwater.
we're all not gonna do it like physically anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited to see what you do for
Yeah,
your 10th
exactly.
Thank you, me
anniversary.
too.
The 10th anniversary
And
is
like
gonna be
the
so
pressure for
exciting.
the looks.
No, truly. Like I'm already
We're gonna
brainstorming.
We're
Well-
gonna be like waiting on your 10th anniversary.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, you should
Well, I'm
go-
expecting you guys to be there if I do a concert show.
You will.
Okay.
We'll go to bench and BYS just so you can
You
get
know, you should
inspiration.
invite the friends of the pod before we leave.
Yes, friends
like,
of the
invite friends
pod.
of
Like follow my socials and like watch out for all the announcements and stuff like that because it's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff. So yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. Life's not
guys.
real.